If your cat has started peeing outside the litter box, I know exactly how frustrating and confusing that can be. One minute your home is peaceful, your cat is using the box like they always have, and then suddenly, there's a puddle on the carpet, a surprise on your laundry, or a mystery smell coming from under the bed. It's easy to feel angry or even a little betrayed when this happens, especially if your cat seems perfectly healthy otherwise. But here's the truth. When a cat pees outside the litter box, they're not being spiteful. They're not doing it to punish you. They're communicating, and your job is to figure out what they're trying to say. Let's walk through the real reasons cats stop using their litter box, and most importantly, how to fix it. No fluff, no judgment, and no, just buy a spray and hope for the best advice. We're talking real, lasting solutions. Let's start with the number one step: rule out medical issues. The very first thing you should do if your cat is suddenly peeing outside the box is schedule a visit to your veterinarian. Even if they look healthy, even if they're eating, grooming, and playing like normal. Why? Because urinary issues in cats are extremely common and often invisible. Your cat might be dealing with a urinary tract infection, bladder stones, kidney disease, or something called feline lower urinary tract disease, FLUTD. These can all make it painful or even impossible to pee comfortably in the box. Sometimes, it's not pain, it's urgency. They can't hold it, or they associate the litter box with discomfort and start avoiding it. So before you do anything else, get a vet exam. If it turns out to be medical, you'll be glad you caught it early. And if the exam shows your cat is healthy, you can move on knowing you're dealing with a behavioral issue, not a health emergency. Once medical problems are ruled out, the next thing to look at is the litter box itself. You might think, but I clean it every day. And that's great, but cleanliness is just one piece of the puzzle. Your cat's relationship with the litter box depends on location, size, accessibility, litter type, and number of boxes. Let's break that down. First, location. Cats want privacy, but not isolation. If your litter box is in a loud laundry room, down a scary staircase, or tucked behind a swinging door, that might be enough to cause avoidance. Place the litter box somewhere quiet but accessible. Avoid placing it near their food or water. That goes against their natural instincts. Second, size. Most store-bought litter boxes are too small. Your cat should be able to turn around comfortably and dig without hitting the sides. If your cat is large or long-haired, consider getting a large, open box with low sides. Covered boxes might trap odors and make the experience uncomfortable, especially for sensitive cats. Third, number of boxes. The general rule is one litter box per cat, plus one extra. So if you have one cat, 2 boxes. 2 cats? 3 boxes. This helps reduce territorial issues and gives each cat options, especially in multi-level homes. Fourth, the litter itself. Scented litters, crystal litters, or certain textures can be off-putting to some cats. Try an unscented, fine-grain, clumping litter. It mimics the texture of sand, which cats naturally prefer. If you recently switched brands, that might be the issue. Cats are very sensitive to change, especially when it comes to their bathroom. And finally, accessibility. Senior cats, overweight cats, or cats with mobility issues may struggle with high-sided boxes or boxes with tight corners. Make sure your cat can get in and out comfortably. Now let's talk about stress and territory, because this is where most people overlook a huge part of the problem. Cats are territorial creatures. Even in the calmest homes, subtle stress can throw off their behavior. A new baby, a house guest, a move, new furniture, another pet, even changes to your schedule. These can all affect your cat's sense of safety. Peeing outside the box can be your cat's way of marking territory, soothing themselves, or trying to re-establish control. So what do you do? First, identify the trigger. Did the behavior start around the time something changed in your home? Think back a few days or weeks. Is there a new cat visible through the window? Did you recently adopt another pet? Did someone move out or move in? Once you've identified the trigger, do what you can to reduce or soften it. That might mean giving your cat their own space for a while, like a quiet room with everything they need. It might mean covering windows to block outside animals, using pheromone diffusers like Fellaway, or adjusting how your pets are introduced. Cats need control and consistency. Even small routines, like feeding them at the same time every day, can help restore a sense of normalcy. Another factor to consider is previous accidents. If your cat has peed in a certain spot once, and you didn't clean it thoroughly with an enzymatic cleaner, they can still smell it, even if you can't. That smell signals to them, this is a bathroom. So they go there again, and again. To fix this, you need to completely remove the odor at a molecular level. Regular cleaners or vinegar won't do it. You need a pet-specific enzymatic cleaner, and you may need to treat the area more than once, especially if the pee soaked into carpet padding or furniture. You can also block off access to the area for a while, or place something there your cat associates with comfort, like their bed, food dish, or toys. Cats don't like to eliminate near where they eat or sleep. Now, there's one more layer to this, and it's probably the most overlooked of all: your response. It's tempting to scold, to get frustrated, or to punish a cat for peeing outside the box. But here's the truth: punishment doesn't work. It increases stress, it makes your cat associate you with fear, and it drives the behavior underground, or worse, causes more. Instead, approach the problem with curiosity, not anger. Remember that this is communication. Your cat is telling you that something feels off. It's your job to listen, adjust, and help them feel safe again. Let's do a quick recap. First, rule out medical causes with a vet visit. Urinary tract issues are more common than most people realize, and can be painful or dangerous if left untreated. Second, check the litter box setup. Make sure it's clean, large enough, in a good location, and filled with a litter your cat actually likes. You may need to experiment to find the right setup. Third, look at stressors in your cat's environment. Changes in routine, territory, or household dynamics can all trigger behavioral changes. Fourth, clean up past accidents properly using enzymatic cleaners and block off or repurpose those areas. And finally, respond with patience. Fixing litter box issues takes time, but most cats can be brought back to consistent use when their needs are met and their stress is reduced. If you've made it this far, here's the good news: you're already doing better than most. You're looking for answers. You're trying to understand your cat, not just control them. And that mindset will take you further than any product on the shelf. If this video helped you better understand your cat's behavior, make sure to subscribe for more real-world cat care that actually works. No gimmicks, just clear, practical steps for helping your cat live a calmer, healthier life. Let us know in the comments if your cat has ever peed outside the box, what helped, what didn't, and what advice you'd give to someone going through it for the first time. Thanks for watching. Your cat isn't broken, they're just trying to tell you something. And now, you know how to listen.